Check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you for coming on in. Appreciate each and every one of you. I'm going to do that check every time. Don't want to be a fool. Don't want to be a fool in the game. Don't be a fool in the game, yo. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for coming on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for calling yourself a crypto lifer and jumping on in to the cryptoverse, the metaverse, the insane space in which we live in. So much coming at us so fast. We're going to talk about Velas. I keep bringing up Velas. Valhalla coming out whitelisted on Valhalla is going to be a big deal. It's on my radar. I believe this is going to be a 100x coin or more faster than you would believe. So we're going to take a look at that. I'm going to take a look at why I like VLX. We're going to take a look at MetaPad. We're going to take a look at PulsePad. We're going to take a look at why I like Blue Zell. I've been behind Blue Zell since they were 1 cent. They are now almost 30 cents. And they're going to be coming out having something to do with the drop on Valhalla. So this is all interesting to me. And I like what I see, and I usually keep my ear to the grindstone and I see what's cracking. If you can see, today is going to be your guide to the metaverse. If you're just jumping in, we are going to go over Bitcoin like we do every day. But it's going to be your guide to the metaverse. We're going to break down what's happening in cryptocurrency. I'm going to show you what I see in comparison. Everyone else kind of does the same thing. All the other traders are fib traders. They say point of control. They show you, or they're market cipher traders. They're all basically, they're different, but they're all pretty much the same. I'm a weirdo. I don't look at trading like most others. I look at it almost completely differently than others. And I have a really wacky, backwards way of trading that's a lot different than most. So we're going to take a look at what I see here for Bitcoin. Now, the 1 hour is extremely oversold. You know that, right? And whenever they do that, they're just pinning. They're pinning. They're trying to scare everyone. Like, they got us low, and now they're trying to just push it low, push it low, push it low. Now, one thing I do see here is elongated bullish divergence. There's a swing down here. But if I do it up here, it does not go to the downside. It goes to the upside. See that? Elongated bullish divergence. They're pulling it. But the RSI is still kind of telling me, no. At 63,333. So check it out. At 63,000. So we're holding 63K. And you can see that was my next level, my green line right here. That's why I had it pulled, because look, I saw resistance, and that was a strong level to watch. Also, we talked about if we had lost this position here, that we would gap down pretty fast to this area, and then if we lost that, we would gap down to 63K. 63K was not too far away. Great pullback, really, if you think about it. What a beautiful, beautiful pullback. I like what I'm seeing here for 63K. Now, I see this cup and a handle. Also, we were in a beautiful bull pennant that broke to the upside. Until we break back into this area, until we break back into the pennant, we're still bullish. We still broke out. Nothing goes straight up, so look, it broke out. Like, even look at back at any one of these pullbacks or any one of these push-ups to the upside. Like, let's take a look at this right here. So everything I show you, you can back test and kind of get comfy with. So right here, we have a top trend line, right? We have a bottom trend line. Shows us a beautiful flag. That flag is sitting pretty, and then we did boom to the upside. And then you can show, okay, what's the measured move of that flag? Bam. You can see this, what we're doing right now is almost exactly what we're doing then. So we pumped, and we had a nice pullback. You're not going to hit the target on a straight line. So, back to brass tacks. Let's see what we're looking at here now. So, Bitcoin in the 15-minute. Rounded top, okay, bearish, right? Head and shoulder, somewhat bearish. The pump up was crazy. Definitely a bear trap. Trapped everybody up in there. Snatched it back down. I longed into this area, but I was in profit many, many times. Like, by the time I was here, I was in profit. My target was 69K. We got to 68.5. I decided to close the trade. I mean, I wasn't greedy. If you weren't greedy, then these trades worked out. I did long here, got stopped out, and I did long here. Made a little bit of gains and then got stopped out. So 2 stops in a row trying to nail these low stochastics. But that's fine, because most of the time, right, when I do win, it's fine. And I only need to win 3 out of 10 of my trades, but I win way more than that. But I'll show you what I mean. If you use a proper risk management strategy, you don't have to win every single trade, and nobody does. You have to make sure that your strategy can live. Ooh, is everybody okay? It's always the guest breaking the glasses. Last guest broke the glass. Shout out to 63,000. So check it out. Resistance, and we bounce right here off of 63,000. So are we going to bounce? We do see, look at, on the 15-minute, that is bullish divergence. Swing down to swing down. Swing up to swing up. It's elongated. It's sharper. You know, it's got some space to it. We take a look at the hourly on the 15. We're very oversold. You know, I'll tell you what. I like to long this. I long these areas whenever it gets real nasty. I like to long. Also, right here, we're seeing a little signs of bullish divergence on the end here. Swing down to swing down. But on the 15-minute, we're getting a swing to the upside. So when I see that divergence, I'm telling you right now, I step up and I just keep longing it, baby. So I long again with the 15-minute low and the 1 hour very low and the 4 hour very low. I mean, that's the sweet spot. So I was waiting for this all day. I like what I'm seeing. It's 63.1. Usually they bring me to the next level. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw 62,500, anywhere between 62,250 and 62,700. Usually they nail it on a wick pretty nicely. When they do that, I don't always get stopped out. And I got a busy day planned, so if I want a long Bitcoin, I got to get it done. I like that I'm seeing a bullish cup and handle. I've played these cup and handles many, many times in my life before, so it's all about your experience. I've got the experience in the bag to hit that 10.5%, right? And to only risk 2 to a 4-to-1 risk-reward ratio. I like what I'm seeing here. So I am longing BTC yet again, going for it. And some would say, what a maniac, what a crazy man. But yes, I am longing BTC right here at 63,090. Now I'll show you something else. We're going to pull a fib from extension. We're sitting in the golden pocket right now too, on Confluence with my cup and handle and an SR flip. Resistance, resistance, resistance. You have to remember, let's go back in time to October 13th. Today is the 12th. So basically, we're about to hit a month from now, a month from both of these times, right? A month ago, we were sitting at 57,000 and no one knew if we were going to go to an all-time high or what we were doing. We were struggling. We were trying to find our way. Shout out to the awesome super chats up at the spot. Thank you so much. Let me pop out that chat. Let me pop out the chat. $20 from Zero Allegiance. What are we going today, Brian? The same thing we're going to do every day, Pinky. We're going to take over the world. What are we going to do today, Brian? I got a good one, yeah. What are we going to do today, Brian? The same thing we do, Pinky. The same thing we do every day, Pinky. Take over the world. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for coming on it. Yeah, the red days, you know, everyone was happy on the all-time highs. I'm fighting for views on the all-time highs. All the YouTubers want to come on out, but they don't want to come out on the red days. They don't want to come out when it's hard. They don't want to look at the pain and the blood and the mess and to clean it up. They don't want to do triage in the crypto space. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for coming on in. I appreciate each and every one of you for sharing your precious assets with me. And that are your minutes, baby, your minutes. Your precious minutes as this world turns. And I was just thinking the other day, you know, as I long 63,000 and it went to 63,145. Why? Because the 15-minute low, you know, and maybe I just have to scalp it on the 15-minute. 15-minute scalps have been working for me. Hit them, hit them, hit them. That way you don't care if it's a downtrend, you don't care. Uptrend, you don't care. You just take the little moves as it moves. I learned how to switch my trading style depending on the trading situation. If it gets hard, if it gets tough, I switch it up. And I make it a little choppy. Smaller moves. Am I still DCAing into projects that I like? You bet your sweet bottom dollar that I am. And am I still looking at KuCoin gems? You bet your bottom dollar. And is this market ready to erupt? Anything is possible. We'll look at the charts every day, and that's how we will take it step by step, day by day. So right here, I am bullish on Bitcoin. Very oversold. This is a great region to be in. This is a great region to be in. You'd rather be down here than up here. Up here means there's pain coming, right? One thing I did see is this a possible drunken diamond. Any pattern that's like what a pattern would be, but yet twisted or just a little more, you know, angled wrong, or I call it drunken. So to me, it's like a drunken diamond. And if it would enter to the inside, it would enter out the downside. So like, it would make complete sense if I did see a dump out of this. Okay? Bitcoin could also possibly be forming this kind of, it could be forming this bigger double bottom here. See this here? Coming down here for the double bottom. It's another idea. Once we enter back into this pattern, that's when I'll start getting more bearish as well. Okay? Once we don't make a higher low. Right now, this will be a higher low compared to this. Low, higher low. Low, higher high, Higher low, higher high, higher low. Trend is intact. Nothing has changed. Nothing too bad. We also looked at the diagonal support region yesterday. We went over this as well. Let me get this out of the way. Sorry. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Appreciate each and every one of you for coming on in. Thank you for the super chitties, the super chats. Please check out XDC Network, XFIN. I like XFIN. Shout out to Tony Rubin up in the spot. Quick TA on LCX, please. Thanks. Love you, brother. Shout out to Produce the Beats up in the game. Happy Friday. I purchased a Labradorite today. Shout out to Tony Rubin. Tony Rubin. You're the man, Tony. And Chris Ray. I'm last but not least, but you're the least of the last. Love it, brother. You're the man, baby. Shout out to Chris Ray up in the spot. Appreciate each and every one of you. Mic volume is lower than the music. Non sequiturs. Music and sound. Sean M. Mike is working lifer. Thank you, creator, for another glorious day. Aho relativos. There you go, my friends. Mike not working lifer. Mic check. I realize I'm kind of bending my back there. There you go. That's why I got a stand-up desk, so I can just adjust it whenever you need. It feels like magic. It does. It feels like magic. We're going to talk about the top 20 coins in the Metaverse today. This is a Metaverse guide to keep you going and to keep you updated because everyone needs to see what's happening in the Metaverse. So I'm bullish on Bitcoin as we speak. The daily is pointing to the downside, right? Coming back down. Okay, so the daily turned on us. Coming back down. We are getting a MACD cross on the daily, right? So there is some downward momentum for the daily. The daily suggests a little more pain. Did we touch the 200-day? We did. I'm going to go to another chart just to look at the daily. I'm going to show you, though, right now on the 1 hour and the 4 hour, I'm bullish. We'll take care of the daily once the 1 hour and the 4 hour get oversold. Then we'll look at things, we'll reassess. That'll be in a few days from now. So far, I'm holding Bitcoin in a bit of a pennant, bull flag that it's still in. And, and anything is possible. I could get stopped out in 1 second. We could go to 10K. I never tell myself I know what's happening. A good trader never says he knows what's happening. A good trader takes advantage of the probabilities that he has seen over and over and over again. And that's simply all it is. At one point, it'll turn on you. And you cannot think everything's going to go up. You're better off thinking you don't know anything. Because at that point, you'll take advantage of an upswing or a downswing a lot better than if you think you know what's going on. The word think has no place in trading. If you say, I think, traders that are using the word think. My mentors looked at me and said, if you use the word think around me, I will kick you out of the room. I was like, I think Bitcoin's going up. They look at me like this. Like, what does the chart say? What does the chart say? He's like, I'll cut your tongue out, my friend. What does the chart say? And I'd be like, okay, we're at a 618. We hit off support and resistance. There's more of a probability we'll go to the upside. And he would look at me and be like, the chart conveys. What does the chart convey? Not what do you think? Use this terminology. The chart conveys. The technical analysis, supports. There's confluence in these three things highly likely to play out due to this. Things like that. That is all kind of how it works. Okay? So you see what I think of Bitcoin at 63,090. We're already up at 63,380. A little bit of a pump here to the upside. Even if we just scalp. Yesterday's scalp went up very well. Turned out great. Trade didn't turn out in the long term, but this scalp turned out well. Then we take a look at Coinbase, and I just look at Bitcoin on a different time frame, So look, we have the measured move, right, of a possible bull bear flag all the way down here to 60,150. That is the measured move because I took it from here. I'll show you. Just took this pole, swung it to right there. That's the measured move. We did break out of a bear flag. No doubt about it. Okay? Now, we could also do this. I always delete my work and I flip my mind. There's a chance that we're forming this falling wedge that we're back in. See this? X this out like it didn't happen. Market makers playing games. X this out like it didn't happen. Market makers playing games. Work us back inside the pattern. Had we fallen out of the pattern and come for the bearish retest, that would have been the worrisome move. But we broke back inside the pattern. When we break back inside the pattern, I negate the previous ideas that we were outside of it. Just erase them like they never happened, just like this. So to me, we're just in a falling wedge with a 68% chance of a break to the upside. We have bullish divergence forming. So everything that I teach when I like to long, swing down to swing down, swing up to swing up. So we got bullish divergence. We're oversold on the 1 hour stochastics. We're in a falling wedge that breaks up 68% of the time. The rest of the market's in fear. Everybody's worried. Everyone's acting weird. And I just see the same things that I long over and over and over again. I stay consistent. Consistency is the best thing you can do as a trader. Just do the same things over and over and over again. So there you have it. Dips are for buying for me when it comes to Bitcoin. The dips are for buying. So here's my idea for BTC. I'm sticking to it. Targeted 71,890. Longing around 60,000, 60,333 right now on my 333s, baby. Okay. So there we have it. Now, what's the bearish scenario? I show you that I'm longing on the 1 hour and the 4 hour. What's the bearish scenario? Well, the bearish scenario is this. That, let's look at some daily support and resistance. Right now at very strong, look, candle close, candle close, candle close. Very strong resistance right now. Would really like to see Bitcoin hold this level. If we don't, easy gap down to 60,980. And if we don't hold that, gap down to 58,000. So we'll watch these levels. You know, granted, if we break those, then we go to the next ones. And that's really what you got going on. And then again, you can pull the same fib. You can pull the same Fibonacci here to get some confluence and make it clean. And you can see we're off the 0.5. We could bounce to the 618. No problems there. And like I always said, we got to touch the 21-day moving average. Once you got away from the 21, you knew that was it. And that's what I teach my students. The 21 is your magnet. Once you get far away from the 21, you're going to have to come up to it. Unless it starts to kind of ride with the price. See, if it goes parallel, then you can have a bit of a move. But once the kind of price goes straight up, and the 21's not really in your flavor, you got to watch out. But another good thing is this daily stochastic took a quick turn for the worst, headed to the down. There is downward momentum too. So there could be more downside to the 618. 60,000, 62,000, and these are the levels to watch for Bitcoin. So we put that out to the patrons. Everyone on the Patreon, thank you so much for joining my Patreon. Thank you for supporting the Crypto Lifer and showing up every day like I do. You're the best, each and every one of you. These are our levels to watch for BTC. And it's funny, remember when I said the USDT dominance looked like it wanted to pump, and I kept saying, it looks like there's going to be some downside for Bitcoin. You know, I get these indications that, like, you know, when I look through the market, and I was looking at US tethered dominance, right? And it was extremely oversold in the daily. And I said, man, that's just weird. You know, I said, that tells me that this wants to pump. And if this wants to pump, it tells me that Bitcoin's going to have at least a little bit of a pullback or something of that nature. And so this also foreshadowed that a little bit, the Bitcoin, the US tethered dominance, right? This is also in a bit of a cup and handle. But we'll see. It doesn't mean it has to do it, but, you know, we're watching it closely. This swung fast. This is getting to the overbought regions. Bitcoin's getting to the oversold. The 1 hour and the 4 hour, I'm telling you right now, when they're that low, when they're that expressive of an extension, I long that. And right now, doing that exact thing, I'm about 20 for 26 trading BTC. So I did lose the last 2 Bitcoin trades. First time I went 2 for 2, 2 losses in a row. But it's okay. My system is strategized to take a loss. Every system should be ready to take a loss. Nobody is not going to take a loss. Smoke the smoking gun. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for coming on in. Thank you for being here. It means the world to me. So, moving forward to the super chats, moving forward to the chat, and moving forward to the show of the day. And I'm going to teach you about the Metaverse. We're going to break down what the Metaverse is and what's happening. Crypto Kid wants to look at Blocktopia. What are we going to do today, Brian? Shout out to the $20 super chat from Zero Allegiance. Shout out to Tony Rubin for XDC, and shout out to Produce the Beats for LCX. Let's take a look at LCX. We're also going to take a look at some world markets. We're going to take a look at the Dow Jones. We're going to take a look at the dollar. We're going to see what's happening around the world. So LCX, nice little break to the upside here after it cracked that positional resistance. Okay, Fibonacci retraced hard. Right down to the 886, which is a healthy, really as low as it gets. It really doesn't get much lower than that unless you're on life support and, like, you know, hemorrhaging, like the company is hemorrhaging or something horrible. So possible double bottom here too for LCX, forming that swing. You know me, I like to get into a smaller time frame here now and look for confluence of support and resistance. So we break it down, we zoom in, and I want to see, is it holding, is it moving, what's happening? Resistance, resistance, break above for support. Resistance there, break down, bounce, come on up. We hit the 706, we came down, bounce again, ranging in between the fib levels. So yes, high, higher low, higher low, higher high, higher low. Put in the next higher high and we're ready to go. So I like what we're seeing here. We did break trend line as well. Interesting. Probably oversold like everything in the game right now. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. 1 hour has some room on the stochastics pointing to the upside. Actually, it's green today. Everything else isn't. This thing finally had its bounce regardless of BTC. 4 hours a little spent, but, you know, it doesn't have a lot of information on that 4 hours. It's a brand new coin on Coinbase, LCX. So it's all about the measured move and the patience, really, for me. You look up the project if you think it works, if it's viable. You look at the volume, look at the market cap. Those are the things that are going to make sense for me. Okay, so there's LCX, possible gain all the way back to 61. It's 40 now. That's about 50% on those lug nuts. So there you have it. Yeah, I said lug nuts. Yeah, I hope you laughed. I don't know. I'm holding forward 62% gains here for LCX. If it, you know, holds a bit against support and resistance. Also a bit of a head and shoulder forming. It's a very primitive one, but could make a right shoulder. Could have had a head here. Just something to look at. You know, it's twisted. It's not perfect, but just the ideas of that forming. Beats aren't going to do it for me today. I don't know if they changed them up, but I was like, Okay, so LCX. Let's take a look at XDC. Thank you for putting XDC on my radar. It's definitely a coin I want to look at today. Appreciate that. XDC. In the X Club, like XRP. So look at this. It's in the 706, and now it's basically in the golden pocket. Like, it's in the golden pocket. The daily is high, right? There is some bullish divergence, though, because you have, like, a swing to the upside here. But this is kind of trending to the downside. Tells you that the trend will continue to the upside. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. 4 hours moving and bouncing with support. You're bouncing off the 618 golden pocket. I mean, you're in the golden pocket right now. You're in the textbook accumulation zone for any type of instrument or asset in the world. So very interesting. Take a look at the 1 hour too here on XDC. It's very low on the stochastics RSI on the 1 hour. Need some space on the 4 hour. The daily, you're telling me, but you know, I like what I see here on the Fibonacci level. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I do and say here should be taken as financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only and for educational purposes only. Teaching you what the Fibonacci levels are, teaching you what a 618 is, a 0.65, what the golden pocket is, teaching you how to use what's called the long tool here, the long position tool here, which will give you a risk-reward ratio and just give you some ideas of a hypothetical trade. All of this kind of placed inside of a beautiful art piece. I use yellow and blues and all sorts of gray gradients to make it fun and exciting to trade. Also, I set the gradient right last time, and then it looks like it went back on me. Yeah, it was that how I was doing it. It's weird, it doesn't like to save that. Okay, cool. So there's XDC on my radar. Support and resistance lines have been marked. Fibonacci lines have been marked. The measured move, it's a cup and handle. XDC had a beautiful run up to the upside. It's been cooling off ever since August, really. It's been on a downtrend. Hasn't really, it's had some spikes, but overall downtrend since August. Hasn't had any of the fun with the rest of the gang. So could it bowl out too? You're looking for the bowl. And then the parabola. Patience pays and rounded bottoms pay the bills, says my buddy old pal, CBC. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Appreciate each and every one of you for coming on in. Thank you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. If you're new to my show, if you're just jumping in, we teach you how to drink lemon water every day. We teach you meditation is key. Stay away from alcohol, stay away from negative people, and keep your frequency high. That's going to be as important in trading as it is to trading. As much as people want to teach technical analysis, keeping yourself mentally stable, mentally strong, and on point, eating the right foods, exercising, and drinking water are three of the main components to having a good life. If you're not doing those three things, it's probably likely you're feeling depressed. It's probably likely you feel bloated. It's probably likely something isn't right in your life. It's funny, a friend of mine who quit drinking alcohol, a lot of his friends will call him and I'm having issues, or they'll call him with a lot of problems they're having, and he'll be like, are you still drinking? And they'll be like, all right. And they'll be like, oh yeah. And they'll be like, all right, that's your first problem, There's no substitute for water, and I don't work for BERKEY. I should, though. I should contact them and be like, listen, I'll sell your product all day long, baby, because I love it. But the big BERKEY system, get yourself a BERKEY right away for $364. You will have the cleanest drinking water you've ever had. You can add another $40 worth of fluoride filters, and this thing, ready to rock, ready to go. Stainless steel BERKEY system. This thing, your water will be so clean and so clear. You'll absolutely love it. Get yourself a BERKEY today. I'm telling you right now. Once you buy it, you have it for life. It's a small investment. Get yourself some extra filters and you're ready to go. So I just got to talk about drinking clean water and how important it is for the mind, for the stability of life, for trading. Trading is a hectic life. You're always in and out of risk. It's not easy. Most people cannot handle it. That's why most people don't want to live that life. Can we look at BLOK, please? Let's take a look at BLOK for the Crypto Kid. When are you coming out, Crypto Kid? Taking over YouTube. Let's take a look at this. BLOK back to 6. It's funny, I never chased BLOK. Never chased any of these coins. It's funny how the Metaverse pumped and dumped, right? That's why you don't pump the green candles, my friends. You don't chase the green candles. BLOK getting ready. And look, now it's getting ready. I still see my target for BLOK. Fell through the golden pocket, sad to say, right? Fell to an 88% retracement. But when you had you have to think about it. It was a blow off top. It started down there at 4 cents. It did a move of a stock does in 5 years in a 2-week period and exploded. BLOK extremely beat down on the daily time frame at 6 cents. I'm thinking of getting into BLOK now. I sold it 4.5, right? So now I'm like, dang, and I missed a big piece of the rally. Kicked myself many, many times for that. And I admitted it. And it was my call. I loved it, But I had been in since very early. I had made a very good amount. It was what it was. You don't win every single trade perfectly. But I should have just left my money in there. One day I was just literally trying to swing trade lossless, thinking I was sweet when BLOK was high on the 4-hour, and it just didn't. It was right around here. I believe BLOK was high on the 4-hour. And I went to bed that night when I should have checked the trades and flipped them right back in when we got low, and I didn't, and boom. BLOK moved on me so fast, I didn't have the chance to readdress it. It happens. It happens. All you got to do is say, I wasn't meant to make, we're meant to, to have fun. We're meant to do what we have to do in this world. But memories and energies are what we're after, not money. Money's part of our life. It comes and goes. But it's not the end all of everything. I still see some hidden bullish divergence. It tells me the trend will continue to the upside. Having faith in Blocktopia, one of the greatest projects out to really set up to be one of the biggest projects in the metaverse. We're just getting started in the metaverse at 6 cents. So I'm looking at this very, very closely. And honestly, shoulder, head, and shoulder here, though, possible too. Look at this. I don't want to negate this idea because it's possible. You could have a shoulder, could have a head, and another shoulder here. And then this could have a dump. I mean, that's why you always have to have a stop loss, and you always got to be moving the stop up. I tell you what, man, I gave up on the long-term ideas except for Bitcoin. Like, Cardano, and even Cardano kind of stress. I'm like, really, Bitcoin is the only real thing I want to hold long-term. Everything else I'm going to use to make Bitcoin with, and that's it. Like, that's my strategy. Everyone has a different one. But that's my strategy. I just don't, because you know why? The metaverse is hype now, but 2 years from now will be the elastic metaverse or this super spastic, statastic. Who knows? They're going to have I might come up with something. So someone's going to innovate something different. That's going to be the new to the hype. It's going to be the new thing. So Bitcoin will always be the stable boy in the background. And so that's why I stay on Bitcoin all day long, Let's get into the metaverse, the top 20 coins on the metaverse. I got something to really break down for you guys. Let's show you. Ooh, not that. Not that. Okay. Trying to get this behind me. There I am. So well. All right, here we go. The top 20 coins in the metaverse that we want to be paying attention to. Okay? And I'm going to look at them here to myself on screen. I guess even just bringing them on screen is even better than putting them behind me because I can't even see the gosh damn things. Thought I was going to be fancy schmancy. Not too well. So I got this one keyboard and the X doesn't work. I don't know. So we're looking at market caps and we just kind of want to start to build it. So 9.8 billion for Axie Infinity, right? Decentraland at $3.3 billion. Okay. Engine Coin. Actually, I'm going to take myself off for a second. Engine Coin at 2.7. Okay. Hi, these are the top 20. Hi, welcome to the Crypto Liver Show. These are the top 20 coins by market cap in the metaverse, so you can understand where the metaverse is going, what's happening. We have Axie Infinity at $9.8 billion market cap. We have Decentraland at a $3.3 billion market cap. We have Engine Coin coming in at a $2.7 billion market cap. We have the Sandbox at a $2.1 billion market cap. A lot of this is speculation. A lot of this is people that are just jumping in for the ride and jumping on out. I gotta have to tell you, there are a lot of long-term core believers and holders, but I'm telling you, a lot of this money is speculative money. 1.5 trillion in Radio Caca, all right? Which, I haven't even heard of that. So now we know about a new one. 739 million for Illuvium. Still on the low for Illuvium. I can tell you, it could be a $10,000 a coin. $10,000 coin or more. 543 million to Yield Guild Games, YGG, UFO Gaming, really starting to gain momentum. Super Farm, starting to do its thing at 489 million. Elio's going to make that thing work. He's not going to let it bomb. So 437 million Render Token. Starlink at 379 million. Star Atlas at 375 million. Vulcan Forge, PYR, we found this thing when it was nobody even knew about it. We've been trading it on and off for about a month now. PYR, right? Merit Circle, 311 million. Wilder World, remember we talked about Wild when Peter Brandt put it out at $1. This thing would fly to 5 or something. We'll take a look at it today too, where it's at. My Neighbor Alice at 243 million. And then we're getting to Eternity Chain, which I did a video for, remember? And we worked with them with the Shaquille O'Neal NFTs. Eternity Chain. Then 177 for Red Fox Labs, RFox, which I was just trading when it was a small cap gem on KuCoin. Now it's starting to move. Aurori, 176 million. And Star Atlas DAO, right? Not to be confused with Star Atlas at 163 million. So interesting. We've got a chunk of change here. We've got a bunch to look at. And there's even more gems, too. I'm going to give you 3 gems on the low that nobody even knows about that I'm thinking about. One of them is FINA. FINA. Why FINA? Well, I'm seeing that you can earn it on CAKE, number one. Starting to get my attention. I'm also starting to notice that it's just got a bit of a movement here. FINA. It has the gaming aspect, right? It has a good website. I like the website. And, I mean, I do hold that I jumped into it, but not with a lot of money, just like a couple BNBs, you know, to see where it goes as I begin to watch it. It did dump a little bit, too. It's like very, you know, it's on the low. It's on a discount right now. I also saw, you know, Alex Becker tweet it a few days after I looked into it. So I'm like, okay. People are going to put it out there on the radar. FINA, FINA, okay? Been watching this thing very, very... I don't think this is it. Hold on. This ain't it. Be very careful. There's always a weird, shady coin out there. And you know what? Always just go to CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, wherever you got to go. Go to the trusted site. They do a very good job of making sure that if you get an address from there, it's the proper address. And that's basically what they put their money on. You know what I'm saying? Trending search. People trending CATE coin as it did some serious damage the last few weeks. You know, meme coins are going to take a little bit of a hit too when Bitcoin pulls back. Remember that. Let's take a look. Poker's been on my radar too. Great day to grab some projects that you may have missed. Poker City. Making a deal with Byron Davis. Are you kidding me? Poker City doing some serious damage up at 163. Poker City, man. It's up today regardless. It has some big news. And it's been down since 191 high on the 11th yesterday. Poker City. Everything's taking a little bit of a pullback. Not bad. All-time high was 283 for Poker City just 10 days ago. Market cap is tiny. This thing has so much room to grow at a $14 million market cap. Are you kidding me? Making a deal with Byron Davis and having deals with, like, they're going to have, like, stadiums and people can have events and music, and it's going to be pretty intense, Poker City. But anyway, I want to look at FINA. FINA Finance. Okay? Now, you look at the website. It's quite interesting, is it not? So there's FINA, and just want to put that on your radar so you can check it out. FINA, all right? Look, don't even know the market cap there. That's when you know you're getting in on the hot spot. When there's a question mark on the market cap, that's when you're like, okay, dirty down gains. These things can 30x, 50x. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's not easy. That game last night was insane. The Ravens just could not score. Look, business and finance trending. KuCoin is trending on Twitter. It's a big deal. I like to see that. KuCoin trending on Twitter. Follow KuCoin updates. Follow KuCoin. Love my KuCoin, baby. And follow me at Twitter, at CryptoLifer33. On our way to 3,000 followers on Twitter. I greatly appreciate it. I post charts, ideas, things I'm looking at, and I got awesome tweets. I mean, the character of the owners determines the destiny of the asset. I definitely snatched that from Michael Saylor, but I think exactly how he thinks about Bitcoin. Adele looks like an angel among mortals in this all-white. She's so silly, man. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for coming on in. So anyway, you go to FINA. You copy the contract address, and then you paste it in here. You do not just go by the name. You go by the name, you might find something different. So at a 28, moving, and look at it. It just almost every one of these coins is in the same exact accumulation zone. Doesn't matter what it is. ORE, look, all in the falling wedge. Every single one of them. Just continuously in these falling wedges. See, the low is getting less steep. It's starting to kind of balance out, to bowl on out. See that? But almost every single one of these meme coins is looking exactly the same today in these pullbacks, because that's what happens when Bitcoin pulls back. The meme coins pull back. The fear comes in because the retail's in all these coins. And they're the people that just act the most irrational. So you have to remember that. You must remember all these things. Okay? But you got to keep your eye on the prize and know what you invested in and realize that if you believe in it, like Altura, hot NFT gaming project. NFT gaming is going to get hot. People are going to fly for all the hotness. We're just getting started. It's a very early industry too. It is quite confusing if you're new to the game because you got Bitcoin doing this. You got all this. You got so much boiling up, right? And if I was a beginner in the space, it would definitely be difficult. And that's why I believe join a Patreon, join a group, find a support system, find someone that has been through it before, that knows how to keep their composure, stay calm in these crazy times. Okay? We looked at Blocktopia. Thank you so much. XRP Proton. EARNX. Shout out to Tony Rubin. RYOSHI token. Let's take a look at RYOSHI, which I actually jumped in on. I got a little bit of RYOSHI on the low. It's also every one of these coins. See, they follow each other. They're just doing the same exact thing, and they got to break back up. You know, the whole market took a dump, and so all money left everywhere in all aspects in all places. That's why we're going to take a look at Total 1 and Total 2 right now. That really shows you what's happening in the market. So let's take a look at Total and Total 2. Total is all the money inside of cryptocurrency. What's happening? Where are we going? Okay. So look, remember, nothing goes straight up. There's pullbacks along the way. The target here is let's see, yeah. My target is all the way up here at $4.73 trillion. We're halfway there. We're on our way. A little more than halfway there. We formed this rising kind of wedge, which is a 68% chance of a break to the downside. Let's zoom in and see what's going on. This is the total market cap of all of cryptocurrency. Okay? And we just broke back into the pattern. It's kind of weird, but we broke out of it, suggesting there was a parabolic run out. And then we broke back in. We're oversold on the 4-hour. Okay? We're getting oversold on the daily, suggesting that we're not done yet. The momentum could still push us to the downside. So still some downward momentum possible for Total. Okay? All right, so that. Now, I'm always like researching other people, like what are they doing? Like what are they selling? I'm like, so look, Total, the daily got overbought, and that's what happens when the daily gets overbought. High on the stochastics also. Look, we had bearish divvy. You get swing up to swing up, but the RSI does not agree. You're going to have a slight pullback of some type, right? So where do we go? Where are we looking for? We're in all-time high price discovery for the market cap. So what happens now? Well, do we come back and bounce off the previous high? We kind of did that already a lot. So in my mind, I'm going to take a look at the 4-hour and look for some cleaner support and resistance lines. So right there, we're bouncing off of 2.78. Then we bounce here off of 2.64. Then we bounce here off of 2.56. Then we bounce there off of 2.50. So we've been making higher lows and higher highs all along this way. All good so far. So I really want to see that we hold this level. If we do not, we have a little more level to cross, and then we come back down to $2.63 trillion. So can the entire market cap hold the bottom trend line of this wedge? We're oversold. We look for some type of divergence as well. Do we see the divergence? We do. I mean, this is swing down to swing down. This is a sharp swing to the upside. There is bullish divergence forming, which tells us that the trend may stop forming to the downside. We may halt this move. $2.75 trillion. So all eyes on that. We hold $2.75 trillion. You see us bounce back up to the upside. Highly likely that this continues up. This was just a fake out, and maybe overall we end up on the high side. Another thing that's pretty interesting is I've been looking at these kind of emerging cup and handles, these twisted cup and handles, these drunken cup and handles, and this is possibly a drunken cup and handle That's why they call me Sammy Cup and Handy, going over the drunken cup and handle. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for jumping on in and calling yourself crypto lifers. Thank you very much. 286 people watching on the game. Thank you very much. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. We used to get more likes when we had 60 people watching. Let's get it moving. I know we can get up to 200 likes easily just to keep the algorithm pumping, helping other people find out how to learn technical analysis. When you hit the like button, you help other people find how to learn technical analysis. Someone else learns how to pull a Fibonacci. Someone else learns how to do support and resistance. Someone else learns how to draw a pattern. So help you, and don't be so greedy. If you came to this channel, it means you liked it. It means you learned something. Help someone else learn something by hitting the like button. It's the best you could do. I could die tomorrow, and I could not be here. So try to help someone as soon as you can, because nothing is guaranteed in this life. This is all of the altcoins, and there was bearish divvy here, and we eventually would kind of do a bit of a top. So that's a bearish top, bit of an M pattern too. Still kind of fighting a bit of an inverted head and shoulder though. A messy one, but kind of trying to hold on to the aspect of this pattern here. Messy though, one of the messier ones I've ever seen. So this is all of the altcoins. To me, it's just forming a wedge and wants to wedge up and then find its way back to the upside. So we're going to watch this very closely for total 3. This is all of the altcoins excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. Right? So this is the whole pack of wolves. Still holding above $1 trillion too. And I'll be watching these levels as well. So it's not just one coin. It's looking at the entire markets so you can kind of get a handle of what's happening. Let's take a look at the dollar index as well. We know that affects Bitcoin drastically. We'll see what's happening. The dollar getting a bit red here too on the 3-day. We look at the daily time frame for the dollar and it wants to dump. It's getting up there. Bitcoin's kind of more resetting. So it looks like we're about to have a massive dump for the dollar. But look, yesterday, the last few days, look at that. The dollar pumped so hard. So that's why Bitcoin fell down. 2 days straight, the dollar had a massive pump to the upside out of a rising wedge as well. Look at that. It looks a lot like the other market caps. Kind of funny. Now, still could be a possible head and shoulder pattern that could dump down. We are overbought on the dollar, telling you that the dollar wants to drop to the downside. Watch it very closely, but the dollar would like to dump to the downside. We'll watch it closely. Overbought, a little more pump, possibly a little more pain. So when the dollar pumps, Bitcoin dumps. When the dollar dumps, Bitcoin pumps. So we're looking at the juxtaposition of the dollar. It is in a rising wedge. I'd like to see it break back down in and then drop out of the rising wedge. So all eyes on the dollar, overbought on the daily time frame. Go to the 4-hour too. We'll give you more what's happening in the next couple of days. That's headed down. And we take a look at the 1 hour, and that's actually headed for more, so it's kind of not a good look. It says the dollar's forming a flag and wants to pump to the upside. So someone's manipulating us again with the pump on the dollar. How are you pumping the dollar when there's massive inflation? It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. But it does suggest that today might be a tough day for Bitcoin, because it looks like the dollar wants to continue a bit of a pump. But then once that's overbought, the 4 hours overbought. Gold having a bit of a pump too as well today. Gold and the dollar pumping kind of strange. See, like, it's manipulation. But gold going to 1861. And man, we have a huge target for gold to 3,500. Now the Dow. The Dow is on the daily time frame. I said when we got high up here, the Dow would come down. It's barely going down for what we're seeing. That's a really good sign. Look at this. I'm going to change the trend here for the Dow. And I track the Dow Jones as much as I can, because I know if the Dow Jones dumps, it's not good for crypto, because less people will have less money. If people are making money in crypto, in the stocks, they're more apt to jump into cryptocurrency. This is just a fact of life. Even if in the end I know I'm in an asset class that's going to eventually take over, and we will merge and win, I'm still, leery of the average people, and I know what they do, and I'm watching them closely. So the Dow is how I keep track on those people. Bit of an inverted head and shoulder possibly for the Dow, a drunken one. But still showing signs of life, and this could also be something that we're seeing here for the Dow. So all eyes on the Dow Jones Industrial. I looked at the weekly time frame, right? Overbought coming to the upside. Still has momentum. I looked at the 2-week time frame. That's got legs. That tells you, that usually lasts a couple months. The last time we had the 2-week time frame, look, 2 weeks, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. So like when the 2 week is low, it tells you got at least 4, 5, 6 months of love. So more love for the Dow Jones based on the biggest time frame that we can really look at, the 2-week time frame. So slowly more uptrend, parabolic rise. They're printing money. They're going to create the parabolic run. It will end bloody. It'll end very bloody at one point with somewhat of an economic reset. You already know, you've been hearing the words of a reset. Somehow crypto's involved. Somehow gold's involved. XRP, XDC, Quant. I've heard like XDC, Quant, Stellar Lumens, XRP, Algorand are the names that I've heard are part of the reset. I don't know why or how, and I'm not, this could also be just entertainment for you. Like, just fun entertainment theory, Shout out to Jin Hua with the $20 super chat right off the bat. Are you kidding me? Let's take a look at that. The $20 super chat from Jin Hua. Thank you so much for the love. That's amazing. That's so nice of you to do. EARNX. We'll take a look at EARNX from Tony Rubin. Preston Collins. You mean 2021. If you think the dollar isn't manipulated, then you, sir, are the one that's manipulated. I want to claim my 15 raffle tickets for Meyer Launchpad. Please show me the way. Yeah, well, you're going to have to use the Meyer app. All right? And we got the directions all kind of planned out here. So here, let's show them the way. You're going to go here, and you're going to type in MAIRAR, I believe. Or maybe Hollow Ride. And how to participate in the Hollow Ride public sale. Hollow Ride will debut on the Meyer Launchpad in 2 weeks from now. Get ready. Stake EGLD. Pass the KYC by November 22nd. Buy lottery tickets with EGLD on November 24th. One lottery ticket costs $200 USD to buy. You need available, not staked, EGLD to buy the tickets. One winning ticket equals 5,000 ride. See winning tickets on November 25th. Claim ride for winning tickets and get EGLD back for non-winning tickets on November 26th. Read in the details on the Elron blog, Launchpad how-to guide. Okay? And I believe I can take a link of this. And this is all in the Patreon. If you join the Patreon, you get awesome support like this every single day. Awesome information, things to keep you updated and level-headed and ready to rock. So thank you so much for jumping on in. Appreciate you. Can you look at Mana? I just got here. Shout out to Mamba for life. Moment of silence for the Mamba. Still can't believe the day I heard that. I am America. Proud but sad. Jin Hua. What about privacy coins like Diro or XEQ? You see them get big in the future? No TA, but your opinion. No. You know why? Because the masses run the retail. And only the smart, more kind of introverted people are going to remember to get into the privacy coins. Also, a lot of exchanges are kind of fear privacy coins. I hope that the industry gets so kind of well oiled that privacy coins make sense, but everything is done to protect your identity in some way, shape, or form as we move forward. Because unless we have the right tech, it won't make sense. But then another side of me says, but there's enough people on the low that like to buy privacy coins. So, it's up to you. I hold some Monero. I've held them for years, so it is what it is. KuCoin is a great exchange to start. The beginner's course is a great way to start learning the TA and the patterns. Everybody, today at 1 p.m., it's a huge day for me. I have the first MetaMask course launching. Sat with my wife. We worked on an entire PowerPoint. Went through every little nuance that I could think about. The beginner's MetaMask course. At the end of that course, it is today at 1 o'clock. How do you join the course? How do you learn? How do you become a part of this? Check it out. Check it out. Let me answer that question. Here is my live stream. Below my live stream are links. Tutoring and consulting links right there. Bang, bang, bang. What you can do is you can go to MetaMask, DeFi for Beginners. Hit that right now. Hit next. Okay? No? Okay. So apparently you can't do that now because of the 24-hour lock. So you have to email cryptolifers@gmail. Email cryptolifers@gmail to get into the MetaMask course. It's filling up fast. Only a few more slots available. So jump on into the MetaMask course. We're going to teach you how to link up to Harmony, Solana, Avalanche, Phantom, Matic, okay? The Ethereum mainnet and Binance Smart Chain, the 7 premier chains. We're going to show you what DeFi is. We're going to teach you how to onboard from anywhere, from your actual bank. We're going to show you exactly what's happening in decentralized finance in the most conclusive, detailed, calm, beautifully done MetaMask live course. So come into the MetaMask course. You will absolutely love it. DQBait on BSC. Lifer, you're the man. Would you check out Solo? Shout out to M. Marafi. Appreciate you so much. No, you're the man. Thank you very much. Can you look at Mana? I just got here. Shout out to Jinhua for the $20 super chat. I want to claim my 15 tickets for Mahar Launchpad. Please show me the way. Thank you so much for all the love today. EARNX from Toby Rubin. And then we're going to keep it moving. EARNX. Who doesn't want to EARNX? Let's take a look at EARNX here. BSC scan, EARNX, finance. I got the website loading. While I got the PooCoin loading, run it back. BERKEY filters. EARNX. DeFi. Can't touch NFT. Unimaginable made possible by EARNX. I already like what they did here with your mind. Can't touch it. DeFi. NFT it. You know, NFT it. NFT touch it. It's interesting. Connecting the physical and the digital world. EARNX is a unique utility token developed to support non-fungible token through the Yearn Classic Finance Platform ecosystem. I like Yearn, Andre Kanje. The evolution of the NFTs has taken over the technological advancement of purchasing and selling unique assets virtually. Being one of the early adopters within the NFT industry, EARNX presents a unique opportunity. Sad that their website didn't load right there. Could be me. I don't think so, though. I've never seen that. We adhere to 3 main principles: scarcity, stability, and utility. Ownership. Renounced, which eliminates possibility of rug pulls and dumps. We burn our supply so fast, so EARNX will increase in value. Reasons to invest in EARNX. Continuous redistribution. You benefit from a constantly increasing token value based on redistribution channels and an automatic LP contribution by each trade. I like that. 6 reasons why EARNX is a good investment. Every transaction attracts a 10% tax. Half of it gets redistributed proportionately among holders, and the other adds to the EARNX liquidity pool, so you can just hold and earn. Oh, so it's a poop coin. It's funny. They actually package it very well not to be a poop coin. 50% of the holders is locked in liquidity pool for 4 years. 50% of the transaction goes as weight distribution to all holders. Of all EARNX coins, 57% was burnt on launch. Burnt tokens got to our EARNX burnt address. The burnt address can't be accessed, and therefore it is impossible to sell these coins. The 5% fee going to the EARNX holders will be distributed proportionately according to the size of the wallets. This includes the burn wallet, hence more and more tokens are getting burnt on every transaction. However, I heard a lot of these don't actually work and you don't get the burn tokens. Remember, we went over that the other day and there's a coin that actually stops that from happening. EARNX. We'll take a look at it on the charts and see what we see here. EARNX, a little pullback like everything else as it's starting to blast on up though for 3.7. Oh, it took a mighty dump. Came up strong, took a mighty dump in a bit of a bowl here for EARNX. Quite interesting. EARNX doing its thing though, forming a bit of a bull. Rounded bottoms do pay the bills. Anything is possible. I'm not a huge fan of the project. I think it's just a wrapped version of something that looks cool. To me, it's just yet another run-of-the-mill poo coin. But yeah, EARNX. Thank you so much for the... And I could be wrong, and I don't mean to disrespect everyone. If you love the project and you know more about it, I might see it differently. Can you look at Mana? I just got here. Oh, that was a while back now. Post some ideas for Sol and Doge stack exchange. Welcome to the Lifer fam. KuCoin is a great exchange to start. The beginner course is a great way to start learning about TA and patterns. Life changing. Hello, sir. India, my main problem, sir, please. I did a KuCoin tutorial recently, I remember, and it was supposed to get pulled out of the live and never got pulled out. Pretty sure Pol C burned all the tokens from the first island land sale. Oof, that's a good idea, man. That's awesome. Cryo War. Scam, what a website is that, right? The Dancing Bear, we love you. Hope you can jump into the MetaMask class. Lifer is an amazing teacher. Will help with any questions you have to become successful. Hope that helps. Daily MACD Bitcoin just crossed down. Is it significant? Super Chats, Mana, EARNX, Solo, and DCB. Let's take a look at Solo and DCB and Mana. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Appreciate you coming on in. So we looked at the DAO on the bigger idea. The bigger idea for the DAO says we ride at least for a few more months, but it does say by June or could be a massive dump in May or something like that. Sustainable up into a point. So Mana pumps so hard. All right, we're looking on the T-week chart. It's funny, which I never do, but we look at it on the daily, and you can see once it pumped hard, I said, man, it has to come on back to the 21-day moving average, and it's going to make a big move. So there you have it. Kind of recenter this, and we'll go to the 1 hour to kind of really look at the pattern. See what's cracking here for Mana. Yeah, so this is how I had Mana. I was just thinking, too, there's so many traders with so many different trading styles. There's people that have, I pull the fib, but I go by the pattern. The pattern is my first step, right? And look, that was the 706 retracement with a wick down. Then we were in the golden pocket right here. This was the golden pocket right here. We were sitting in it, right in their area, and boom, we bounced off the golden pocket. Beautiful retracement for one of the greatest coins in all of the game, around 3 beans. So Mana, looking very, very nice. Started getting to Mana at like 70 cents, right? So the rest is history. Mana. The target for Mana. Bam, bam, bam. And then you can also pull a fib the other way. Let me show you what I'm talking about. You can pull a fib retracement on the extension, though. And give you some levels to watch. They get very close. Telling you that we could hit this fib level at 141%. Measured move is a little lower than that at 639. So looking for a double up for Mana. And it could be one of the greatest coins in all of the metaverse. And it really is sizing itself up to be huge, huge, huge. Decentraland. It was huge from the day one, man, when it first really came out. Decentraland. Thank you so much for the super chat on Decentraland. Just so we could all go over it together and look at it. Take a look at it. Solo. Let's take a look at Solo cryptocurrency here. Sushi Swap. Sologenics. I remember this came out. We were talking about this the other day. I wasn't the biggest fan for whatever reason. I remember. Let's take a look. Can't even find the market cap. Let's take a look at sologenic.com. Tokenized securities on demand, retail and institutional solutions. Sologenic is a sophisticated ecosystem utilizing the on-demand tokenization of a wide range of assets from traditional finance markets of privately owned, from traditional private finance markets or privately owned. Sologenics. I mean, it's actually got a great concept. It does have a really good website. I don't know why I wasn't like a huge fan. And it looks cool. Does it have oh yeah, you could only buy it on like some random Bit4X, HPTC, Hotbit, Solo USDT. Good place to look for coins when you're looking at them like this is CoinTrader Pro. So I go to CoinTrader Pro. Highly likely they're going to have Solo up in the game. Joe, I've learned so much this week. Thank you for the $20 super chat from Joe. That is so nice of you on a Friday. It's fantastic Friday. We're having fun on a Friday. Bang, bang, bang. Now let's take a post here. Nope. It's solo. Hold on. Take a look at SoloGenic here. The USD on Coin Paprika. Gonna give us that data. That data. So it's on a massive pump to the upside. Look at that thing. It pumped hard. Wow. On a day where everything is red, SoloGenics pumps so hard. Gets oversold, but broke above resistance, starting a new trend. Definitely says like it wants to start a new trend. I like what I'm seeing there for SoloGenics now. Wow. And it broke out of the falling wedge. It broke through that resistance that had been holding it back. Bam. And remember what I said during the live? I said they'll probably wick you down to 62,250 or 62,350. Remember? Anyone remember me saying that when we were over Bitcoin? I said they're highly likely they're going to wick us down to 62,250, anywhere between 62,250 and 62,400. Massive dumpage for Bitcoin. Massive dumpage. I mean, this is a real pullback now. Starting to get pretty serious. Like, I'm starting to look at it very, very closely. Good day to buy BTC, though, whenever these are massive red candles. Long in these candles. I mean, how much lower will they take the 15-minute? It's a joke at this point. Like, they can extend these only so long, and then the oscillators spring back. It just is what it is. Even this is fighting now. I'm looking for divergence on smaller time frames. It's right here. You got swing down to swing down. Suggest this is the bottom. And, you know, what I do as a trader is I aim to find the bottom. No matter what, I aim to find that bottom. And so we're fighting it right now, but the divergence is here. That's a sharp swing down. Eventually, that divergence has to kick in. We're oversold in the 15-minute. We're getting extremely oversold on the 1 hour. They've taken us down. Right? The market makers are pressing. They're pressing again. Now they are starting to get back into my channel. They get back into the channel, like I said. Then I start looking at like, okay, it's getting even more serious. I have parameters to watch. We broke that resistance point that we talked about. Let's take a look at what I went over. It was on the Coinbase chart. Sorry, hold on. Not every day is fun. Not every day is the best. Not every day is perfect. And that's trading in a nutshell, right? To know that you don't know what's going to happen on any given Sunday, you know. Take a look at the 4 hour. So here we go. Remember, we're very oversold in that 4 hour. That's whenever the nasty wickage, we easily pump out of that. Nasty wickage, we pump out of that. I do want to make sure we keep a higher low. We keep a higher low. Panic selling is ensuing. You know, there is also a CME gap. Let's take a look at Bitcoin on the CME, okay? We're going to duplicate this. Remember, there's a CME gap. Let me explain what a gap is. I would like this extracted to my team. Let's extract this piece out and make it a YouTube segment because a lot of people don't understand what a gap is, okay? Trying to find the CME class. I want to find the CME chart. CME futures. Google is your friend. Look how fast you can figure anything out you need all by your little own self. So look. It's highly likely it wants to close the gap. And there's the gap right there. And so it looked like we did we close the gap? Did we wick into the gap yet? Yeah, we're in the gap. We are. And here we are at 62. We're closing the gap. And this is what happens. Bam. Bam. Okay? Closing the gap. Like to see this really close the gap and then get out of here. Again, look too. as twisted as this is, I mean, shoulder, head and shoulder, rounded top too as well. Crazy. What a fake out. And anything is possible. I'm telling you right now, we could go into a multiple month bear market. Okay, I want you to understand that. And I don't want to sell, like, and that's not good for everyone's like, oh, but I want you to know that I was always here showing you. You never know what was going to happen. Never. Never. You're never like, oh, we're going to 100K guaranteed. I mean, everyone wants you to go to 100K, but when everyone's telling you the same thing, right? Now we're wicking back up to the upside. I'm telling you right now, these are the places I love to long because you long into the fear. You long into the fear. Matter of fact, I buy a little bit of Bitcoin right now because you may never get it this low again. You know, I'm trained to buy Bitcoin whenever it's bad. And honestly, little by little, I don't put in the whole. I'm always just buying a little bit here and a little bit there and a little bit. Always stashing BTC, especially on a red day. Never a bad idea to buy on the red days. These are the best days to buy. A lot of coins are going to be on the low. So let's go coin shopping, shall we? What is hot? What have we been looking for? Bitcoin dips are for buying. So closing the CME gap futures. So, oh yeah, hold on. Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm the Crypto Lifer. Today, I want to talk about Bitcoin and CME futures and what called is gaps. And people said it's going to fill the gap. There's a CME gap. A lot of people don't know what that means. I want to break it down for you so you do know what it means. Hi, I'm the Crypto Lifer. I want to talk about Bitcoin and CME gaps. A lot of people say Bitcoin's going to fill the gap. It has to go down to the gap. There's a gap. What does that mean? Let's break it down so people can understand what is happening. Well, the CME futures, right, is where they trade the idea of what will happen to Bitcoin. They bet on where the price will be. It's a futures market, right? But it opens and closes on the weekends. So it closes on Friday and opens back up. And Bitcoin starts up again, and there's usually a gap in price right here. For whatever reason, on the CME, Bitcoin likes to come and close these gaps, or at least come into the gap, or enter the gap. It's a very strange phenomenon for Bitcoin, but it's something that we see here. So here's a gap. Bitcoin highly likely to close the gap. Remember when I said, though, they would go to 62,000, possibly even a little lower, 62,545 is where they eventually brought that nasty candle. We were sitting at 63,000, right? I long 63. I was like, you know, it's probably likely they bring it even lower. Now, this is also still divergence. We really haven't gotten strong bullish divergence yet on this line, but interesting. So that's what we're talking about when you say, did we close the gap? Did they close the gap? Is there a gap? This is what we talk about when people are talking about the gap for Bitcoin. It's the CME futures gap. And as you can see, it's happening right now live, so it's a great time to teach this, to educate you about this phenomenon. Thank you so much for watching The Crypto Lifer. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. I go live every single day, Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday nights at 8 p.m. to get you up to speed in cryptocurrency and teach technical analysis. I'll see you on my next live. So check it out. 62,000. Wow, they did it. They did them. But look, this is bullish divergence here on the 10-minute. You have swing up to swing up, but you have swing down to swing down. And there, and I saw it on the 7-minute recently. I saw it on the 7-minute, and it held strong too as well. It ended up being the bottom. It was somewhere over here, right there. See this? There was it on the 7-minute, and it wasn't really anywhere else. There was really no other divergence where I found it. And it was on, right here too. See this? This ended up being Bitcoin's bottom right there at about 60,780 at that time, right? And we swung up to swung up, and boom. It's interesting. So with that kind of on the radar, it leads me to believe, that the 7-minute can indicate an actual bottom, even though it is a small time frame. And that's something that's very interesting that and these are the little gems that you find when you get to backtest and you hang out in the trades and you're a nerd like me, and all you do is spend your days inside the chart. So swing down to swing down, swing up to swing up, like what I'm seeing there, and back with the music, and we're on. So we're seeing a similar thing happen here. Higher low too as well. Remember, low, there's a higher low. This trend line is still intact. We didn't break trend yet. Not yet, in my humble opinion. Not yet. Okay? Try to make heads or tails of this insane pattern. To me, we're just right back in. We're right back in. And I've been teaching myself this. We're right back in and ready to rock. Remember, we're oversold on all the time frames that I like. And I know you guys might be like, well, this guy just keeps long and he gets stopped and he gets stopped. Yeah, but I don't get stopped out for a lot. You see what I'm saying? I don't get stopped out for a lot. Most people would lose the same amount in one big stop. I just keep making sure I got firepower for the next entry. Okay? And even still, no stop loss got hit. Right? So let's break down this idea. Bitcoin goes all the way back up there to 91K. You were 6% to gain 47. This is very possible. The daily does suggest a little more pain as we went over. Remember, it kind of went up and down here. I'm looking at CME futures though. Look. Let's look at real Bitcoin. Sorry about that. So now, like, the dust has settled. The dump has happened. We're now looking back at what's going on and we're rebuilding. It's almost like a hurricane came. It smashed us all in. And now we're looking at what's happening. It's still a cup and handle. So nothing has changed with Sammy Cup and Handy's idea here. It's still a cup and handle. Nothing has changed. I'm still unfazed, right? It's a bearish engulfing candle, and it's the last 3 days of pain. Was not good, right? But we're resetting. There's still some downward momentum too, which I must reiterate. And there was bearish divergence. Look, swing up to swing up. They swing down to the downside. So the trend will not continue to the upside. We will have a pullback. Nothing goes up forever, right? Now, interesting enough, then I started drawing this like wacky. What if you could even do that? I mean, hold on. I'm experimenting now. You're watching my mind at work, so you're seeing what I do when things are kind of just, when things go awry. As a trader, I start looking for things that I've seen in the past. So look at that. Still so bullish, baby. Look at that. Would you look at that, man? And it's extremely oversold on the 1 hour and the 4 hour. And we know that's usually bottom pattern. And I love to get in at the bottom of the pattern. So did we just find the pattern before everybody else in the game? We may have. We may have. And there's still a cup and handle inside that pattern. So stick to your fundamentals when the market gets crazy. When everyone's acting irrational. You stick to your fundamentals. You calm it down. You say, okay, I've traded cup and handles before. This is a cup and handle. I've seen this before back. I've traded oversold 1 hour before. We're extremely oversold on the 1 hour. Be like, I've traded divergence before. I found divergence on the 10 minute. I back tested that in the last time a few weeks back. That was absolute at the bottom, even though it was a small time frame divergence. I have confluence in what I know. I found reasons to believe that that the charts are correct, right? And so here we go with Bitcoin, right? And bam. And remember, longing that Bitcoin at 62,003 too was another beautiful long too. And you can even open and close these trades. Like I said before, 15-minute scalps tend to be the movement in these volatile periods. Okay? I take what the market can give me. And remember, there'll be bargains now for the coins like Solana, Luna, AVAX, anything that you missed out on. They use this fear to kind of get the levels of those coins too where they need them. Remember that. So this is my wacky possible idea for Bitcoin. Nothing's guaranteed and set in stone. We could get stopped out yet again. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I don't go against oversold stochastics on the 1 hour and the 4 hour. Sometimes it trips up, sometimes it plays games, but eventually the trade plays out. In my favor, it's been over 80% win rate. So why would I change it? Now, it could keep changing and eventually the market could dump. And then as the win rate goes down, that's the market shifting. So if you have a good system that works really well and all of a sudden you lose a little, it's not really the system. It's telling you that the market's shifting and that you have to start changing how you trade on the market. Like you have to start using smaller time frames. Okay. Binance freezes Doge withdrawals as users report being asked to return coins they don't have. Binance users said the crypto exchange is not allowing them to make any withdrawals until they return the Doge. Binance, the world's largest crypto exchange by volume, has temporarily suspended withdrawals of Doge following an upgrade. The company said Thursday, "We discovered a minor issue with Doge network withdrawals on Binance after carrying out a version update," Binance said on the post, without specifying what the minor issue was. No, slip there. As a result, we have temporarily suspended Doge network withdrawals until the issue is resolved. Binance is actively working with Doge project team to resolve the issue, but the upgrade appears to have created significant problems for some of Binance users. Those users claim the crypto exchange first initiated the withdrawal of Dogecoin without their consent. It now is asking the users to return the Dogecoin that they don't have in their Binance accounts. Screenshot shared with CoinDesk by several Binance users show that Binance asked them to return Doge to the exchange, or else their withdrawal function on the exchange would remain deactivated. But the affected users said they didn't even have any Doge in their Binance accounts to return. In a threat tweeted on Thursday by a Twitter account representing Dogecoin developers, in a tweet thread, developers explained that the initial withdrawal transactions appear to have been follow-up attempts to carry out requested transactions for years ago that were stuck because of insufficient fees. The Dogecoin network upgrade initiated a few days ago appeared to have triggered those old transactions, according to the tweet thread. That is all. That's why people just are wary of Bitcoin. And, they read stories like this and they're like, So Bitcoin making a nice recovery here, getting a nice bit of a bounce. I would have longed 62,300 there, right? That nasty wickage, because that's what you can do. We came into the gap. We didn't fill the gap completely, but we came into the gap on the CME gap. And all kind of starts to kind of make sense. So I'm sticking to what I stick to here. Nice retracement. We almost touched the 618. We still could. And Bitcoin's holding this nice, this is strong support zone here at 63,000 for Bitcoin. And see, that's why you come to the channel. These other guys are funny, man. I got to give it to them. They're funny. But there's my idea. There's my range for Bitcoin. You can see we're kind of range bound in this support and resistance area. As long as we hold 63K, all eyes are beautiful for Bitcoin. So crazy. All-time high. All-time high again. Bounce back. Let's go back to now another thing. I'm gonna leave this chart and we're gonna let's go to Solana. All right. I'm just going to show you something very interesting in almost any chart, all right? Love these dumps and all of these coins. Get them while you can. Get them while they're hot. Get them while they're hot. But look, Solana had a previous high right here. Okay, what it would do, it would bowl, hit the previous high kind of here. And what would it do? It would tank. And once it hit the previous high, it would hit a high, right? And then it wouldn't come back on September 8th. It wouldn't come back to that high till October 25th, right? So it would take almost a month and a half. Then it would come back to the high on October 25th. It would take another a week to come back to the high. Okay, let's go back to Bitcoin. Bitcoin made a high on October 20th. It came back to the high, right, on November 8th. So about, a little under a month later, it kind of made another high here area here, and then would come back down. See, it's just, to me, every single coin does this. Let's take a look at AVAX. Anything that's hit a high recently. So let's take a look. AVAX hit a high. Sorry, this is AVAX. I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, this doesn't look like AVAX. I'm like, what is going on here? AVAX hit a high. Took mad long to hit the high again. Once it hit the secondary high, it got rejected. Like, nothing comes back to the high and flies by it. It just, I haven't seen it. You show it to me. Now we're in price discovery. Watch, we'll probably come to this high. We'll do a similar thing. But look at AVAX, really unfazed at 82. I'm telling you right now, the development on this project, people want this project. People are like, dude, I want me some Avalanche and I need it now. So they're not slipping, they're not sleeping on AVAX. So AVAX on the radar. And honestly, now we look for strong coins to play. Actually, these are great days too. Now I can show you how to play from positions of strength. It's actually a really good day right now because we can find the money right now. It's a lot easier to find the money when they beat it down, right? When they clear it all away. Pancake Games, man. You know what? That was on my radar yesterday. Up 2,000% today. I had a feeling I should have. I saw this yesterday and I was like, man, I should buy this. It did a 20x since yesterday. Pancake Games, man. Gosh darn it, I had a feeling about this thing. I just knew it. Like, I love Pancake too, and I love Cake. Like, I absolutely love Cake. You know, I've been a supporter of Cake since day one. Funny, we would have had a huge win today. Been like, we wouldn't even have cared about Bitcoin. Oof. Pancake Games really did them. Like, look, it was flat, 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 flat. Boom. I was looking at this just yesterday. Oh, my gosh. The FOMO is so real for Pancake Games as it's up 2,000% on the day. Oh, 20, and it's still got a tiny market cap at 22 million. It's still kind of coming out of a bull. It's in a bull pennant there. We look at it on like a bigger time frame, or no, a smaller time frame. Wow. So I'll find the gems no matter what's happening in the market. I'll show you where the money's going. Dang, we were so close to winning with Pancake Games. I had this feeling. I was like, dude, you know it's going to be hot. My mind said, I was like, dude, it's Pancake Games, dude. Like, you just know. Like, this thing has more of a leg up, too. They're forming a bit of a bowl. Interesting. So, anyway, we go to cryptocurrencies. We go to, like, the big, the big coins. We go to the 24 hours, and we want to see what's up right now. And look, Mana is up in the last 24 hours. Algorand is up. Sand is up. Icon is up. Oh, my favorite, ICX. Helium is up. Helium continues to always be, we talked about this being a great coin to play in the bear market because people are going to still be making their helium mining rewards, right? Chili's, HBAR, Crypto.com. And so you can see the strong coins. Basic Attention Token, Engine Coin. Those are all very strong. XTC, which we looked at today because it's been Stacks, Decred, Data Fuel. Filecoin had a huge day yesterday, so it's not down too much today. Clayton on the radar. Revain, REV. So now you kind of take a picture of these and like, honestly, for the next couple days or for the next few days, you look at these coins. You play these coins. It's kind of a simple concept. It's not that hard to understand, right? Bitcoin starts recovery. I mean, it's up $1,000 already on recovery, and it's back inside the pattern. Nice wick. You know what I'm saying? No worries. I'm long in Bitcoin right here. It was a great. We're already up $1,000 on the long. On if you were able to long, I didn't get to add to the long because I was live streaming with you guys. VPN, all that fun stuff, just didn't have. I do have a computer. I should actually have a side computer here that I just bang out things on. That's what I'm going to do. I'm putting a laptop here on the right side. Or actually, I'll even have a laptop holder or mount something. Wish I got an even bigger desk, man. Always get a bigger desk. Always get a bigger desk. Again, today is the MetaMask course. Jump on in, learn how to do DeFi. Today's a great day to learn too. Clear your mind. Don't let the market makers get you emotional. Realize that you have a lot to learn in cryptocurrency. And you're not here to watch, emotional price action degenerate you. You're here to learn and you're here to move forward and so jump on into the MetaMask course today at 1 p.m. Email cryptolifers@gmail. Email cryptolifers@gmail to get into the MetaMask course today. We can get you in. The spots are closing up, but we'll get you in. I believe 5 more people. So jump on in. Appreciate you. It's 125. It's an amazing course. It's going to be 2 hours from 1 to 3 o'clock. We're going to break it down and teach you so much about MetaMask. We're going to teach you about the 7 forefront chains that are moving, how to access them, what swaps are for each of them. Each of them has a swap. You want to know what swap each one has. You want to know what coin you need. You want to know more about the development behind each process. You want to know what the Phantom wallet is? That has nothing to do with Phantom. It's actually on Solana. Oh, yes, it gets confusing. I can help you. We can figure this out together. Jump on in to the MetaMask course. You will absolutely love it. It's today at 1 o'clock. What are you waiting for? It's in an hour. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. So today we really dove into the Metaverse. We give you the top coins in the Metaverse, broke down Metaverse. We battled through Bitcoin. We didn't freak out. We got through the wick. We bounced off the very close to the 618. We showed you we were oversold. We showed you the 15-minute was oversold. We showed you the divergence, bullish divergence starting to play out here. Nothing's guaranteed. We could dump back down to 61K. There's a little inkling in my mind says we have to fill that gap a little more and go to like 60,800. So that's possible too as well. But so far, all is well for Bitcoin. And, you know, we can really only go up from here after such a massive dump. Also here, look, swing up to swing up. Swing down to swing down. Hidden bullish divergence right there. It tells us that the trend will continue to the upside. So that's my idea for BTC. And we nailed it. Congratulations to anyone that stuck with me through this live, through the melee of Bitcoin. We did it, folks. We did it. We made it through. We made it through. Cup and Handy changed my life. Why may I long this BTC B5X? Take a look at XPR1 and Phantom, please. We'll take a look at XPR. One is a nice coin to grab, two on the low. Ooh, XPR looking really dirty, looking absolutely scrumptious. Honestly, showing no signs of slowing down. Cup and handle to the side, bouncing off the 0.5 fib. This is showing beautiful signs of a lovely, lovely move. I like what I'm seeing here for XPR on the radar. Trade of the day. Trade of the day, XPR. I'm telling you right now, trade of the day. XPR looking scrumptious. It's looking absolutely like a, I would eat it right up. Okay, moving forward. Awesome. Impressed with my team. I got a team working with me. We're doing it together. You cannot compete with BitBoy and all these big channels by yourself. Impossible. So we got a graphics guy. We got a guy extracting. We got a SEO dude. We got a team working together. We got a TikTok dude. We got a team, man. And shout out to my team. Appreciate each and every one of you for being a part of the team. Thank you very, very much. It means the world to me. So, XPR, Proton. It's been down ever since October 17th, too. Really long consolidation for XPR on the radar as the trade of the day. Do I hold an XPR? I do not. Would I like to? I'd like to kind of run this trade. This trade's looking pretty nice. Shout out to everyone here on a fantastic Friday. Rainy day with the leaves here in the Northeast. But you know what? Every day is special. Every day is beautiful. It's these days that make me cherish the summer days so beautiful. When I'm on that beach walking, it's these days. If we didn't have these days, I would never cherish the beach like I do. Open up a KuCoin account. If you have not opened up a KuCoin account, please open a KuCoin account. Oh, the best exchange in the world, KuCoin. Right here, I have a link to KuCoin. Jump on in. I'd greatly appreciate that. Sad Baby Token, CMG, LA Token, Probit. Sad Baby Token, BLOK pumping live. Let's take a look at BLOK doing damage. Doing damage. BLOK getting a little tiny pump. I love that. Pumping hard. We go to the 50-minute, it looks nice. I mean, it's just moving with, all these coins are going to pump off of Bitcoin. These are your chances to get things on the very, very low. On the very, very low. I'm telling you right now. These are your chances to get things on the very low. This is it. This is the time, my friends. This is the time to buy the coins. Buy red, sell green. Amen. Call it a day. Block going to 21.76. That's damn near more than a 3x from here. So watching block closely. Sad baby. Where's my mods holding that dude down? He's out of control. Crypto Wifer, you're a mod. You can mod somebody out if you can. Wow, we got bombarded right now by an insane number of people. Crow will be king. Wifer in the house, people. Shape up. Wifer is in the house. Crypto Wifer in the house. Jump on into the MetaMask course. I can't tell you how much you do need to know what MetaMask is. Polka City burned so much. I can't believe that. I'm so bright. Lifer, what's the TA on SAITAMA? Everybody want to know what SAITAMA is. My extraction team, get ready to pull this out because this is hot. We want this on TikTok. We want this on Instagram. We want this on all social medias. SAITAMA is trending. SAITAMA is hot. Okay? We talked about SAITAMA when it first came out. Yes, we did. Bull Run talked about it. My buddy, he brought it up to us. He always finds the newest ones. He is stocking those coins. Okay? SAITAMA Inu. Okay? Look at this thing. Fire rocketing today. Blasting off. Hold up. I want to make sure that doesn't look like the right chart. So let me go back and show you what to do when that happens. You want to go here to coin market cap. Hit SAITAMA. It's still hard for you. Is it really not even on coin market cap yet? Is it on CoinGecko though? Damn, we had a chance to be in this at the very, very beginning, and I was just like not into memes at the time, and I was like, don't meme me again. Like, leave these memes away from me. This thing banging on them again. Oh, and SAITAMA Inu, you can't get on BSC? Ah, it's only an ETH coin. You got to pay those high fees. It's an elitist ETH coin. Dex Guru. Dex Guru. Dex Tools. Arbitrum. Do you know what Arbitrum is? There's still time to be had here. So and that's why I'm here too. A lot of people have like a mentor to get them through a dip. Or they're in a trading group and they wait for what the mentor posts. I'm here live, baby. I'm getting you through it live. Like, you're watching my composure live. You're seeing exactly, I'm unfazed. Completely unfazed. Like, it's let's get into brass tacks. Like, let's talk about what's cracking here. SAITAMA Inu looking really nice here on Dex Guru. And then I almost don't trust it. I'd like to go to Dex Tools as well. And we go to the ETH Tools, Pair Explorer, and we paste in the contract address for SAITAMA Inu. Just make sure everything's on the up and up whenever you do it. And there's the ETH pair for SAITAMA Inu. It's beating up on ETH pretty nicely. And yeah, so that chart was valid. Nothing wrong with the chart. 100% valid. Open it up. It's forming a beautiful bull flag to the upside. And everyone's talking about this thing. I mean, now a lot of people can't get their hands on it yet. Only like the nerd guys like us, like the weirdo nerd dudes. And be proud to be a crypto nerd, please. I am so proud to be a crypto nerd. That is not an insult. Being a nerd is a freaking privilege. And I love every second of it. It's why people come to the channel. It's why people ask you. It's why everyone around you is soon going to be like, hey, you know what's up. And you're going to be like, hey, man, I found the crypto lifer. Like, I found Crypto Love when he told me to get in, when he was talking about Cardano at 2 cents and what a great project it was. Crypto Love, baby. Shout out to Crypto Love. Love you so much. You're the man, dude. Appreciate you for everything you've done for me in my channel. And, yeah, Crypto Love, baby. So, yeah, SAITAMA Inu has legs to the upside, wants to go up even more. Not a lot, though. It's sad. It's a big coin now. With a big market cap. Like, my thing is, like, it would have been nice to get in on the lows beforehand. But if you're in it and you just want to know what's happening, we send that out to Twitter. If you're following me on Twitter, you just find out what's happening with SAITAMA. Just to keep you up to speed with what's going down. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a day. Thank you. Okay, go to cryptolifers@gmail to sign up for the MetaMask course today at 1 p.m. because online calendar sign up is closed. I hope that helps. Thank you for saying that. Quick thoughts on XTC daily chart. CLP Shiba likes to party on the weekend. Shout out to Tony McFarlane. Shout out to Tori McFarlane. Sorry about that, Tori. Shout out to Tori. One is down 30% from all-time high. A steal right now. XBR is the next trend. Smart contract. Definitely take a look at XBR1 Phantom, please. Super Chat Solo DCB Too Crazy. Let's take a look at Too Crazy. That's an interesting idea. Too Crazy. Now, Too Crazy is just still holding this level pretty nicely. See this? Not much of a dump for Too Crazy. Really just getting, I mean, I'm telling you right now, you got to have the patience, but when these things fly, they fly. This is NFTs, fun NFTs, gaming NFTs. Like, the website was awesome. We went over this so many times. This thing is looking great to me. Consolidating beautifully. Too Crazy. Still a cup and handle, too, as well. Still a cup and handle. And just in a wonderful consolidation. Remember, you do not buy the highs and have to wait. You got to be in the emotional turmoil. I use the fear to my advantage at all times. Too Crazy. Still has legs. Let's look at DCB, which I don't know what that is. And how did Disco Burn Token do in the dip right now? I think it was pumping so hard. Took a nice little dippage. Shoulder, head, and shoulder, though, really fighting the dippage really hard. Like, it fought this one hard. Kind of similar idea there. Interesting. Still sitting at 11 cents. Went all the way up to 14, 15 cents. Disco Burn Token doing serious damage, though. Is getting high. The parabola just got broken, though. Remember, when the parabola breaks, that's when it's time to cool off. Parabola did break. Okay. So it, got him. CKB, man. ORE game teaser. Oh, they got a game teaser out for ORE. That's a good thing. Want the duck. BNB soon to fall. Don't tick me if you don't have Too Crazy, because I'm too crazy. Don't talk to me if you don't have Too Crazy, because I'm too crazy. Lifer, thank you for that TA on Saitama. Becoming a Patreon today, bro. God bless you. Shout out to Gene Philip Charles. Gene, if you want to become a Patreon, pay with cryptocurrency. We'll give you a discount, number one. If you pay for 3 months, $270 for 3 months. Email cryptolifers@gmail to jump on in to the Patreon. Jump on into the trading group, really. Patreon's just a payment network. Jump on into the trading group, which you can pay with in cryptocurrency. Direct. The Super Chats. Deep dive on QUACK, EARNX, Solo, DCB, Shiba, BOSON, and a deep dive on QUACK. Everyone, I have a course starting at 1 p.m. today. It is now 12:19. I do need a moment to cleanse my head. So I will probably have to jump on out of here. I'm going to try to finish this thing. Let's take a look at what QUACK is. A deep dive on QUACK. I see you, baby. I see you. Let's go crazy, QUACK and rich. In QUACK we trust. Join QUACK as investor. GATE.io, hyper-deflationary, self-generating, automatic liquidity that pays out static rewards to holders. Hold QUACK in your wallet, and you'll get more on every transaction. Buy QUACK. It's on GATE.io. It's on GATE.io, and it's on PancakeSwap. Quite interesting. The site's pretty crazy. QUACK tells everyone wants to get rich quick, but if you're willing to do whatever it takes, and it's driving us crazy, Rich QUACK is a play on words. A fun way for us to mock those who do nothing but expect luck, other people, or even destiny to give them everything in life. You need to understand that if we don't work hard together, it will never happen. We need to create a supportive and motivated community of holders who are ready to work hard, contribute, and risk it all for our one common goal: launch QUACK to the moon and beyond. QUACK is made up of investors that are looking to support projects in the long term. We can't stop quacking about our investment. We are 200,000 ducks strong, and can be heard in more than a dozen languages on every single media platform by QUACK. So QUACK's moving. Let's take a look at QUACK as I paste the contract address into PooCoin. It's all about the contract address, richquack.com. Klee, next Shiba mobile game coming soon. Wow, pump and dump for this thing all the way in the downside. Someone did a nice pump and dump on somebody. This is ugly. SAITAMA eating cereals. Quack-a-lackin'. This thing is just... Yeah, I don't even want to look at it anymore. I'm sorry I even brought it up on the channel. Apologize. Let me just like wipe myself off. I feel so freaking dirty. Polkadot's parachain auctions aim to fulfill the promise of scalability. Quack. Quack. VXVY dropped on KuCoin. Ooh, a hot bean. VXV. Vector space. Oh, baby, what a dumpage. Oh, and you know what? It's actually great for us that Bitcoin was dumping when it came out. It gave us a better strategy, a better entry. So look at this thing. It's bowling out now. We're going to wait for the lower lows and the highs and all the fun stuff that we do. Make us support and resistance lines. And actually, I got 3 coins on my radar that I'm going to talk about in the Patreon. If you're not in the Patreon, I have 3 coins that I'm going to give you guys that I'm about to talk about in the Patreon that are all very new on KuCoin, very nice and looking pretty sweet. I'm writing them down right now, but only the Patreons are going to hear about them. So if you want to know what they are, I suggest you join the Patreon. Brand new coins on KuCoin, and we keep you up to date every single day with what's happening in the crypto space. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you for being here. Thank you for calling yourself crypto lifers. I got to run for the day. I really do. I appreciate each and every one of you. I got to prepare for the MetaMask course and get ready. Please, how to join? Email cryptolifers@gmail.com. Email cryptolifers@gmail.com so you can pay in cryptocurrency. $2.70 for 3 months. That's $2.70 a day to be up to date, to keep you up to date, let you know what's happening. For $2.70. Come on now. No, wait, $2.70 in 3 months is actually probably less than that. It's 90 days. It's 3 cents. It's $3 a day. Yeah, 90 days. Yeah, $2.70. Yeah, it's $3 a day. Divided by 90. $3 a day to sit with someone. And I'm there all the time, 2 in the morning, 10 at night, you name it. I'm doing exactly what I do here on the live as we got us through the Bitcoin dip. We all got through that Bitcoin dip and we did it what we had to do. So and then my whole team is on point too, man. It's not just me. I have a team of analysts, whole group of people really kicking it. AVAX on the radar. Barely moved. Barely moved. So you can see the hot coins, AVAX barely moved. Okay, here's another thing. Do not DM me asking for updated charts. It is the biggest pet peeve of mine ever. I have 429 people and even more. Everyone DMing me, can you update me a chart? Insanity. Come to the super chat. You know, come throw a super chat. Get in my face during the live. If you really need some type of update, if you want to see something, if you want to know a support and resistance line, if you're learning about a shape that you can't draw, things aren't looking perfect. I'm telling you right now, this is hot. PYR is hot. It's very hot. It's very hot. It's on my radar as a big winner in the space. So PYR is hot. I'm looking at it very closely here. It's 17. Vulcan Forge. You saw it was one of the bigger projects that in the top 20. And we were looking at it when nobody even knew about it. Oversold in the 1 hour. Okay. 4 hour kind of in indecision, but still with momentum. And do we have hidden bullish divergence? Nah. Look at the daily time frame. Yeah, we got it on the daily because we got swing up to swing up hard. Swing up, this is flatter. Vulcan Forge looks nice to me as well. Everyone, I have to jump on out of here for the day. I apologize if I left anything hanging. Let me make sure I didn't. Let me try to clean up everything I can here. BOSON protocol, somebody asked about. Let's take a look at BOSON protocol here on KuCoin. And I got BOSON just doing its thing. So you can see what coins are really do not give a dang about Bitcoin. BOSON about to do some serious damage. I can only go over it so many times. BOSON, BOSON, BOSON. I wanted to get into this when it first came out. And that's why I love these big dips. When these dips occur. When these dips occur. And why I like BOSON protocol is because, look, you want to look for the coins that really just didn't really care about the Bitcoin move. And you can see BOSON was one of them. BOSON really was just like, eh. It's got gains on gains waiting behind the scenes. BOSON protocol. I don't own any BOSON, but I kind of want to. I'm honing in on exactly what I want to do soon. So happy for this dip today. Let's take a look at EXRD. How did that handle the dip? Did nothing. Look at that. Like if we go to the 1 hour, it's another coin you want to watch on your radar very, very closely. EXRD. Okay? Very closely. I personally own a very nice bag of this. I'm very happy that I did it. 21,000 EXRD. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Okay? EXRD Radix. It's going to be one of the fastest movers in the game. Could be my next Phantom. I'm telling you right now, could be my next Phantom Radix. I'm going to keep playing the same. You know, you see when Bitcoin dumps like this, you'll see I stay in the same kind of 10, 20 coins for a couple days. Play them out. New coins that come out too. I have a strategy for Bitcoin when it's acting up. We've been through this before so many times. All right. Let's take a look at Bitcoin one more time before we jump on out of here for the day. Appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on in, though. What a great time I had. Yeah, 63,238. Holding that wickage. Bounce back up. It's above my next support region, which is the 618. It's in the golden pocket now. Holding that 618. So, all eyes on BTC. I'm still longing. I'm going for the gold, baby. I'm not afraid. I'm not scared. Are you scared? I ain't scared. I got bullish divergence there on the 1 hour now forming nicely. Now there's bullish divergence on the 1 hour. Look. There's clear bullish divergence on the 1 hour. Look at that. See that? I mean, it is what it is. So can we hold? Can the divergence play out? It played out there. It played out there, and it played out there. All eyes on the same scenario here. And the diamond did start to play out to the downside like we suggested. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. Thank you so much for being here. We went over so much together as a team. Appreciate each and every one of you. Go back into the timestamps if you need to look back on what happened today, because we just did a lot of stuff. Shout out that we went over Metaverse coins. We went through a Bitcoin dip and really traded through it and taught you basically how to find the dip and how not to get scared, how not to freak out. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'll see you tomorrow at 8 p.m. Remember, the time switches now, and the time has switched. So it may be 9 p.m. for you. It may be this a different time. So double check on that because it's daylight savings for me. The U.S. has switched the time. So make sure you're there. I'll be there Saturday nights at 8 p.m. New York City time. I love you all. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for the love. And I'll see you guys on the next live stream. Peace. Thank you very much for everything. I love you all. Crypto's life.